This is my rhyme to you. It's like, let's get closer than a marriage couple could. We could be one. Take it all the way till the end, till our time's done. You my number one. No way I'll let you get away.
Words are cheap.
She's the judge who gives rules on the law and life. She's intense with common sense. She's Judge Lynn Toler on Divorce Court, where real couples deal with real life. Rahima and John met 13 years ago, but after 6 years of marriage and 3 children together, they are ready to end their marriage. John says Rahima's partying has gotten out of control and is scared for his children's well-being.
My 8-year-old daughter answers the phone. I'm like, where your mom at? She like, Mama not here. She around the corner somewhere. I'm like, she around the corner? She like, yeah, and I'm shook right now.
I left my phone in there with my girls in case my son started crying or something, anything.
What's with sitting in a car with music up talking about stuff when you got kids in the house? What's up with that?
Can Rahima and John work out their differences, or should this couple just put an end to the agony? Today on Divorce Court.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Rahima Allen and John Allen. Mr. and Mrs. Allen, you have been married 6 years and you have 3 children together. You do not want to be married anymore. Mrs. Allen, you are seeking transitional support, which we will discuss later on. Before we do, however, I'm going to start with Mr. Allen and ask you to tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here in divorce court today.
Okay, well, we're here today because me and my wife, we had kids early, so we had a plan. Our plan was to build a strong, firm family, you know.
Right.
I had my job and make ends meet, and I pursue my music. She was gonna go to school. When she went to school, go to school, pursue what she wanted to do, and we supposed to bring it together and make us have a strong, wealthy family so we can, you know, be happy.
Okay.
That was our plan.
Well, I'm glad you had a plan. Most people don't have a plan. I said that's very good. What happened to the plan? What went wrong?
The plan, well, she finished her school, but she didn't finish her intern. You know, she went to school for a year, and I didn't even want her to go to school. I want her to get a job like I got a job so we can both make money and bring it in the house. But she didn't want to do that because she didn't want to have a whack job, minimum wage, and all that stuff. I understood that, so she went to school.
But she didn't finish.
Right, she finished her school, but she didn't do her intern.
But he put me through a lot of stress. That's why
Well, tell me about the stress he put you through.
I was just going through a lot of stuff. Like at the time, we had our kids, and then I was going to school, and I wasn't being able to get a lot of sleep like I wanted. It was hard.
Too much going on, and you felt like you were holding it all up.
Yeah, and then, you know, shortly after that, I found out, you know, I was pregnant with my son and everything. So he's just super controlling. That's his problem. He controls.
Judge, you're gonna need a whole bag of baby wipes because she's full of crap.
No,
the only reason she didn't finish her internship is because she was partying and drinking. She was always going out.
Give me an example of the kind of partying you're talking about.
Going out to the clubs with her friends. You know, her friends, she only got friends that go to the club with her.
And
you know,
I don't even have friends because of him.
Exactly my point. They ain't her friends, but she going out to the club with them. You know what I'm saying? One time she went out, right, with her friend, right? Her friend calls me. I'm upstairs with the kids, as usual. It was a guy. Slipped something in her drink, right? She's finna get in the car. The dude tried to get in the car. They got to the house. Her friend calls me up on the phone like, you need to come downstairs and get your wife. She all messed up and all that stuff.
Okay,
I go downstairs. She slouched up. She slouched up in the back seat. Okay, that's your fault.
Okay.
Somebody put something up in your drink. You grown woman, get responsible. Ain't no accidents when it comes to you going to clubs. You know what? It's 2012. Look, if somebody slips something up in your drink, that means you slipping. You don't need to be going out to clubs if you slipping like that.
Ms. Allen, why don't you tell me how you say he's controlling?
Hold on, Judge, hold on.
No, I'm gonna get back to you. Give me some examples.
He's controlling because when one time I told him I had to go to work. Nah, bitch, you ain't gotta go to work. You ain't going to work. I'm like, yes, I have to go to work. So I work at a fashion store, so I have to get dressed up pretty nice. So he thinking I ain't going to work. I go out to the car, getting ready to get into the car. I see the tires on flat. He must have flattened the tires.
Did you flatten the tires so she could
probably did, but I want to go back to
no, Your Honor, okay, so I went to a passion party, which is pretty much like, you know, an adult party where, you find out, you find out about little toys and adventures and stuff like that. It was really fun. We really enjoyed ourselves. It was like a ladies' night out. You know, I had a lot to drink. I'm not gonna lie. I came home, so I went in the next room, turned up the music. So I'm just, you know, dancing, just moving around, having a good time. My girls come in there, they dancing with me. I just happen to get up on the chair by our kitchen table, get on the chair, and I'm just like,
you just happened to get up on the chair.
I was still feeling my drinks. I must have still been tipsy, still kind of. So I get on the chair. I'm not, you know, doing anything wrong. I'm just kind of grooving to the music.
Dancing on the furniture.
Yeah, you know, I'm just goofing around. And so he come in with his phone, trying to record me. I'm like, oh, okay, talking. Look at her on the chair dancing. Blah, 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 blah. I'm at home. I can do what I want at home. Okay, so I see him recording. I'm like, okay, you want to record me? I'm gonna moon you. So I get ready to, you know, moon him. I didn't pull it all the way down, just halfway. He like, get down. He like, my brother saw you. My brother saw you. And then he just blew up. I
showed you blow up.
I was everything. Now you want my brother. Now you shaking it for my brother, huh? Oh, it's like that. I'm like, what?
I didn't mean that stuff.
Mr. Allen, let me ask you this. You snapped. I mean, because you wanted
This is why I snapped, Judge. Look, Judge, I've been telling her that I didn't want to be married no more. I've been telling her this because I wasn't happy. Okay, she came to me one day and she was like, well, if you don't want to be married no more, then look, I'm going to move out of town with the kids and all that stuff. That was an ultimatum right there. I'm like, okay, well, you know, she left with the kid before, my shorty before, and I brought her back. And I was like, okay, we gonna work this out, come back home. You know what I'm saying? Because I miss my kid, you know? Okay. And I left her again. You know, and then I got back with her and stuff like that. But the reason I told her that I didn't want to be married no more, that I was not happy and stuff like that, and I wasn't happy. That's what it was. But she didn't care.
Okay.
No.
Hang on. Now, what is your response?
That's when
No. You've said enough. What is your response to that? Had he been telling you he was unhappy? Do you know what he was unhappy about?
Well, no, he was telling me he was mad about stuff that he couldn't get over or whatever, but it wasn't never none. And yeah, he was saying, oh, okay, we ain't together, but yet you still sleeping in the bed with me. You still sleeping, you still, you know, live here. I feel like if you don't want to be with me no more and you want a separation or whatever, then go. He just can't get over stuff.
When divorce court continues, are tempers too hot at the Allen household?
If you got a problem, she like to destroy stuff of ours. Me, look, I'll punch a hole in the wall or something because that's not ours. We might have to pay for it, but she like to break our stuff.
Isn't that your wall?
It's not our wall. It's not my wall, but I'm gonna have to pay for it, and it's probably gonna be cheaper than my microphone or my speakers or something.
Divorce isn't easy. Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Rahima Allen, who wants to divorce her husband because she says he is too controlling. But is his temper out of control too?
He's just crazy. He blows up. Everybody controls his emotions. Yeah. Everybody but him. Everybody but him. Anybody can make him tick.
I want to know what has she done in the past
because it affected him so much.
So disrespectful that you
well, one
want
time,
to be with
Judge,
her
I'm
anymore.
at work. You know, I work maintenance 10 to 7 in the morning. So, you know, it's like 12 o'clock, I'm at work. I call her phone. My 8-year-old daughter answers the phone. I got an 8-year-old, I got a 5-year-old, and my son is 4 months. I calls, and my daughter, I asked for her, I'm like, where your mom at? She like, mama not here. She around the corner somewhere. I'm like, she around the corner? She like, yeah, and I'm shook right now. So she called me back too, like 20 minutes later, and said, hey, honey, like wasn't nothing going on. And I'm like, where was you? She was like, I was right in the front. I'm like, well, if you was right in the front of the house,
he went to
why
work.
Did you leave?
My cousin came by, and she said, hey, what you doing? I said, oh, nothing, just sitting here with the kids, not doing anything. She like, oh, well, come on outside, come sit and talk to me. And so I go outside. She had her music up. We was just sitting in the car. I left my phone in there with my girls in case my son started crying or something, anything. So, you know, I could just...
sitting in a car with music up, talking about stuff when you got kids in the house.
Because my son was asleep and my daughter was watching cartoons. They was just relaxing.
Babies wake up at any time.
Okay, but he was safe in his crib.
How you know you wasn't even in there?
Because I put him in his crib. What could he do?
He's a baby.
He gonna crawl up out of the crib and start running around? No. He was laying down. My girls
we got covers and stuff to keep him warm and stuff. I catch him sometime with stuff over his face. I gotta take it off. Now, if you ain't in there to catch that, something can happen.
She was just sleeping, watching cartoons. I didn't think it was a big issue to go outside and sit and talk in the car.
She's slacking on them parenting skills. She's slacking on them parenting skills.
That's slack. That's slack. That's pretty light.
And I'm like old school. I'm up in their butts. You know,
Mr. Allen, there's a whole lot going on over there. Mm-hmm. And it's not just old school. We can talk about it in a minute, but what I want to know is, she accuses you of flirting or cheating online. Is that true?
Man, okay, Judge, I do flirt. And I told her that I was gonna be doing that because I didn't want to be married no more, and I didn't care. You know, she didn't care. So it was like, okay, well, it's like, man, I'm so tired, Judge. It's like when you get so tired of the same old mess, you just don't care no more. Or the same old stuff.
I'm
tired of her disrespecting me, Judge. Look.
In what way? Give me some examples.
Okay, I'm the type of person. Okay, look, if we got a problem, she like to destroy stuff of ours. Me, look, I'll punch a hole in the wall or something because that's not ours. We might have to pay for it, but she like to break our stuff. She want to break our dishes. She want to break my Xbox.
Isn't that your wall?
It's not our wall. It's not my wall, but I'm going to have to pay for it, and it's probably going to be cheaper than my Xbox or my microphone or my speakers or something, and I know how to put the wall. I can do that myself. I can fix that myself.
Is this how you guys conduct business when you get angry and you're mad because she doesn't punch the appropriate thing?
I don't do that no more.
Right, that's what it is.
Is that what you're telling me?
It's not, but when you get mad and when you tired like me and you get so angry, you just get to the point. I be to the point sometimes, Judge, I want to put hands on her. That's why I want to go, because I get to the point where I want to put hands on her.
Mr. Allen, can I say this?
Yes, ma'am.
Man, just.
You haven't heard nothing so serious, have you?
Mr. Allen, you're hot-headed.
Yes.
And you're persistent.
Yes.
And you're like a jackhammer.
Yep.
Yep. And anything can start you. And you keep at it, and you drive deeper and deeper. All of life, all of marriage, all of relationships is about, she does something I don't like, we have to resolve it. I did something she didn't like, we have to resolve it. We can't agree on what we need to do, so we need to make some compromises. It's all about, being grown is all about not getting your way all the time, but not acting a fool because of it.
When divorce court continues, did John take his quest a bit too far?
I run into the bathroom, slam the door, lock it. He come, can't get in the door, busts the door open, cracks the frame part, comes in there, takes the money out of my bra.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter @DivorceCourt. Divorce Court returns with the case of John Allen, who is fed up with what he calls his wife's excessive partying. But is Rahima just acting out because John is so controlling?
Yana, it was an incident where he gave me some money. We got into an argument. He wanted to take the money back. I'm telling him, no, you ain't getting it. So he looking around the house for it. I need my money. I ain't finna give you nothing. You want to talk to me all this way. I want my stuff. So I ain't give it to him. Then he finally realized, oh, she likes to keep money in her bra. Maybe it's in her bra. So he comes like, where the money at? Trying to reach all in my bra and take the money out. I'm like, no, you ain't getting the money. I run into the bathroom, slam the door, lock it. He come, can't get in the door, busts the door open, cracks the frame part, comes in there, takes the money out of my bra. He just crazy. He blows up. Everybody controls his emotions. Yeah. Everybody but him. Everybody but him. Anybody can make him tick. That dude, why you look at me? Anytime he could just get, it's like, and then he like, you don't know me by now? You don't know how I am after being with me for 13 years? No, when you're a ticking bomb, I don't know every time you're gonna blow up. It's like a landmine. It's like, be careful, don't wanna step up. It might blow him out of the water.
Mr. Allen, I believe every word she just said.
It's like, I am serious. And she been with me 13 years, and she should know how I am. And you been with me that long, and you don't know how I am. You ain't been paying attention.
Mr. Allen, let me say this.
Come on, it takes people millions, lots of...
We ain't talking about people. We talk about you and me.
Well, listen, I'm gonna talk about you for a minute. It is a shame that you're the same person you were 13 years ago. You know, it's just a shame. It's sad that you didn't mature or progress. It is disheartening that you haven't become a better man for your wife and your children.
I have.
No. You keep talking about know how I am as if it's an excuse to behave however badly you choose to do so. Stop.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
If you know you're a hothead, then that is an obligation on your part to do better, because you have children in the house. You don't have a right to be that way. They live with a bunch of IEDs in the home. Whole bunch of landmines. Don't know when they're gonna go off. They're gonna grow up skittish and scared. You know, and it's not gonna be, well, that's how my daddy was, so it's cool. That's not what they're getting. They're getting anything could happen. Somebody could look funny at daddy and everything can explode.
Exactly.
And that's not right.
It's how long they look at me. No, don't look at me longer than 5 seconds without saying hi. You know what I'm saying?
No,
say hi if you're gonna look at me.
Mr. Allen, if you are that small that you allow 5 seconds of look to control who you are and what you do, which in turn controls what your children are raised in, what does that say about you?
And
anybody in the world can destroy your home because you're not the man at the door. Any fool, any idiot can ruin your day and your children's security because you don't have the ability to say, I'm not gonna let it bother me.
Yeah.
How small does that make you?
Judge.
When divorce court continues, can John win back Rahima's heart with a rhyme?
Let's get closer than a marriage couple could. We could be one. Take it all the way till the end, till our time's done.
Divorce court returns with the case of Rahima and John Allen, who have 3 children together and are divorcing after 6 years of marriage.
I wrote a beautiful rhyme for her. It's a beautiful rhyme, and I tried my hardest to do
Listen,
better.
I'll do anything to stop you from, yeah! So if you want to do the rhyme, go ahead.
Okay, this is my rhyme to you. It's like, let's get closer than a marriage couple could. We could be one. Take it all the way till the end, till our time's done. You my beautiful woman, and I don't want to lose your face. I'm your number one who barely made it through the maze. Wherever you go, I chase, track down, race. You know, you my number one. No way I'll let you get away.
Words are cheap. And rhyming them don't make them worth any more. You need to change who you... No,
Judge.
listen.
That's why we've been together so long.
Mr. Allen, you can't even contain yourself in here while I'm speaking, not to interrupt me. You don't have that much self-control.
Apologize.
I got a robe on, I got a gavel, I got a man over here with a gun, and you still cannot interrupt me. So don't tell me you have it handled. Now, Mrs. Allen, don't be drunk dancing on the furniture showing your behind. It's not good behavior. It's not things you want your children to model. You know you got a class
it was not nothing.
I understand that.
My baby didn't even eat
but
yet.
you were drinking, and people don't think well when they drink.
That's
you got
true.
to be sober. You got to be cool. You got to be together. You got half a fool over here. You got to have your head about you to deal with him. You need to change, Mr. Allen. Tell me about the money that you want in transitional support, Mrs. Allen.
Okay, we have phone bill. I have a phone bill. It's $180. I have our Xcel Energy bill, which is like $180. I have the cable bill, which is $150. You know,
She wanted cable.
Okay, I want a cable, but it's still a bill that needs to be paid at the end of the day.
Pay it then.
So you want these phone, cable, gas, electricity, and rent paid for the next 3 months?
Yes.
Which is $800 per month.
See, Your Honor, this is his thing. He wanna have the best of both worlds. He wanna have me at home doing everything that I need to do, and then he
declares, I don't want to be married, but I want all the benefits of marriage, so I can play around. No, that's exactly what you do.
Yes.
She do a lot of stuff too. She be trying to talk to dudes and all that stuff.
Then leave,
so
Mr.
you need
Allen,
to leave.
Hey, you need to go. You need to bounce. You need to go somewhere and get your head together. Your kids do not need to be around this. I think it is more than appropriate that she needs $2,400 to get it together. You kick this brother to the curb. $2,400 in favor of Ms. Allen.
Thank you.
It is so ordered.
Thank you.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
Although John was hurt by the judge's harsh comments, he listened to what she told him and says that they are arguing less and compromising more. He also reveals that he and Rahima have been more patient with each other. Rahima bought a clapboard that directors use in the movies, and whenever they start arguing, she slams it shut and yells, "Cut." This breaks the tension and they can't help but laugh.